Getting your first job without any experience is almost impossible. Every place wants someone who already knows what they're doing, which doesn't exactly help when you're just starting out. So when I got hired as a night security guard for a small office complex, I didn't ask many questions. I just took the job. The building sat on the edge of an industrial district. 3 floors, old concrete walls, rows of empty offices. During the day, it was
Morning.
packed
Busy
with
day?
people,
Always. See you at the
accountants,
meeting.
insurance agents, small legal firms. But at night, it felt like a completely different place. My shift ran from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. All I had to do was sit behind the security desk in the lobby and watch the camera feeds. If anything moved in the building, I would see it immediately. Most nights were painfully quiet. The only sounds were the low buzz of the monitors and the occasional groan of the old pipes inside the walls. Sometimes hours would pass without a single person walking past the building outside. There were only 2 rules for the job. First, never leave the security desk for too long. Second, if anything strange happens, report it immediately. Pretty simple. At least, it seemed simple at first. That night started like every other shift. Cold, silent, completely uneventful. Until 2:30 in the morning. The desk phone suddenly rang. That alone was strange. No one ever called the building that late. I picked it up and said hello. For a moment, there was nothing but static. Then a woman spoke. Her voice sounded weak and very old. She explained that she lived in the residential building right next to the office complex. Apparently, she had dropped something from her balcony into the courtyard that connected both buildings. She sounded embarrassed asking for help. She said she had trouble walking and couldn't go outside to get it herself. All she needed was for someone to check the courtyard and pick it up. Normally, I probably would have ignored something like that, but the courtyard gate was only about 20 seconds from the lobby, and honestly, she sounded genuinely distressed. Before hanging up, she told me what I should be looking for. A small metal container. She said it had fallen near the fence. So I grabbed my flashlight and stepped outside. The cold air hit me immediately. The courtyard was narrow and dimly lit by a single lamp that kept flickering like it was about to burn out. Everything was completely still. No wind, no traffic, just silence. I searched along the fence for about a minute before I finally spotted it, a small metal tin sitting in the dirt. It looked old, the kind people used to store coins or jewelry decades ago. Just as I bent down to pick it up, something moved near the corner of the courtyard. I turned my flashlight toward it. A gray stray cat slowly walked out of the shadows. It stopped about 10 feet away, but it wasn't looking at me. It was staring past me, directly at the office building behind me. Its body froze, ears forward, eyes locked on something, like it was watching someone standing there. A strange feeling crept up my spine, so I turned around. The glass door behind me reflected the courtyard light, but no one was there. The entrance was empty.
Weird.
When I looked back at the cat again, it suddenly hissed and bolted into the darkness behind the dumpster. I stood there for a second, feeling slightly uneasy, but I eventually shrugged it off. Stray animals get weird around lights and shadows all the time. I went back inside and placed the metal tin on the desk. Then I tried calling the number that had just contacted the building. The phone system responded instantly. "The number you have dialed does not exist." I frowned and tried again. Same message. No such number. I figured maybe the call had come from a blocked line or some kind of routing error. After that, the rest of the night was quiet again. Nothing unusual happened. No alarms, no movement on the cameras. By 6 a.m., the morning guard arrived to take over. Before leaving, I casually mentioned the strange phone call and showed the tin to one of the maintenance workers who had just arrived. The moment he saw it, his expression changed. He slowly picked up the container and turned it over in his hands. Then he asked me where I found it. I told him about the courtyard and the call from the elderly woman. He went silent for several seconds. Then he said something that made my stomach drop. About a year earlier, an elderly woman from the residential building next door had fallen from her balcony late at night. She died instantly in the courtyard. According to the police report, when they searched the area afterward, they found a metal tin near the fence, the same kind I just brought inside. But there was something else. The maintenance worker told me the woman had a habit. Every evening, she would bring a few small treats in that tin and go downstairs. She fed a stray cat that lived between the buildings. Then he looked toward the glass entrance door behind me and asked one final question. "When you found it, was the cat there?" The moment he said that, I suddenly remembered the way the animal had been staring at the door, like someone had been standing there, waiting, watching. And that's when something else hit me. The woman on the phone never asked me to return the tin. She only asked me to find it. I've worked plenty of night shifts since then, but even now, whenever I pass the courtyard cameras around 2:30 a.m., sometimes I see that same gray cat sitting near the fence, staring at the entrance, like it's waiting for someone who still hasn't come back.